Hello and welcome to the Hairdresser Strong Show. My name is Robert Hughes and I'm your host. This is my guest, Molly from Virginia. Molly, will you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Molly. I'm a student at Paul Mitchell Hair School in Tyson's Corner, and I also apprentice at Sundown and Rise Up in Vienna.
All right, awesome. How long have you been apprenticing there?
About 2 months. I work part-time, but when I graduate, I'll be working full-time.
Cool. And how much more time do you have until you graduate?
About 2 months. I graduate on August 24th.
Wow, cool. Congratulations. It's so
Thank
close. That's awesome. So just to start off, let's hear about like how and why did you get into hair?
So it's always been something that I love to do. I have been coloring my own hair since I was about like 17 or 18. And it's always been something I look forward to. I guess the first time I had my hair colored actually was when I was in kindergarten. My mom did it for me, and I just had so much fun having like crazy hair colors. And then I started doing it myself. And it's always just been something that I love to do. And I thought, why not make a career of it?
Cool. Awesome. And then from there, how did you end up getting into going to school? Like, what was the thought process? And then how did you choose Paul Mitchell?
So I actually heard about Paul Mitchell from one of my friends. She said that she got in and had a really good time. And I'm not sure if she finished there, but she said that it was a really good school. So I thought that I wanted to go too.
Okay, cool. So tell me a little bit about, one of the things that I talk to salon owners, and I even come in and talk to students, and that's how I met you. For those of you watching, I went into Paul Mitchell School as guest speaker, and I met Molly there, and she said she was an apprentice. She was one of maybe 2 or 3, maybe, that had a job already while they're in school. And one of the things I'd like to kind of bring some attention to is the fact that you were in the minority of people that were already kind of getting their foot in the door somewhere. So how did you find the salon that you're at?
Actually, David, the owner, found me on Instagram and asked if I wanted to work there. And it was such a coincidence because I had been looking for a job anyways. Yeah, so I just saw his salon and I was like, that's such a cool place to work. So of course I said yes.
Cool.
And yeah.
Did he offer you just like the part-time schedule that you work, or did he say, I really need you for these hours, or how did that go down?
Oh, sorry. Basically he had an apprentice at the time who was working part-time and was going to be leaving soon. So he took me on part-time and then said that I could work full-time once I graduate.
Okay, cool. And why did you want to work in a salon while you're in school instead of just focusing on school?
I was really trying to have more education, and also I like having a plan for when I graduate. Just having a job there that I can go right into after graduation is really helpful. And also, you can never have too much education. So I'm learning from Paul Mitchell, but I'm also learning from my boss. So
that's awesome. So would you, while you're at the salon, what type of duties do you have?
So I do a lot of blow dries. I do a lot of toners. I do treatments to the hair, like moisturizing masks, stuff like that. Then, of course, I take care of laundry, cleaning, but I also observe my boss do a lot of things. So I've seen him do a lot of highlights, a lot of balayages. I've seen him do cuts, and it's just really helpful. I'm a visual learner, so it's really helpful to watch him do things. And then after I get the hang of it, I'll be doing more of it myself.
Nice. I love that. So it's safe to say that while you're there, even though you have to do the shampooing and the laundry and stuff that doesn't really sound super sexy or super fun, would you say that you're still learning while you're there and you're able to kind of take some stuff in and register it?
Absolutely. I mean, I do like doing shampoos and blow dries, honestly. Like it's fun to me. So I do like doing that stuff, but I also think it's really nice to be able to learn on the job and get an idea of how a salon works. I knew that it's really hard to go right into a salon job after graduation. And I thought that I definitely needed more experience on like the salon culture and how a salon works. So I think it's really helpful to have that even before you get to learn on the job and have like security.
And then you said you knew that it was hard to get into a salon job. Where did you get that information from? Did someone that you know tell you that, or did you read about it, or what?
Someone I know who is a hairstylist said that it was a big shock to go from school where the teachers kind of hold your hand to being completely on your own. And I just thought that sounded a little too difficult. So I thought that it would be cool to have further education before being my own stylist.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think that you got some pretty good advice, and even if you were confident, I still think that's great to start working towards your career in more ways than one, instead of just kind of solely focusing on school and then finding yourself like with a license and no job. How about, is there one piece of advice that you would like to give other rising stylists, whether they're not in school and doing maybe thinking about going to school or currently enrolled in school? Is there any advice that you would want to give them based on your experience so far?
Definitely start studying for state board early. I just recently passed my practice exams, and they are kind of difficult, actually, if you haven't studied. So what I like about Paul Mitchell is they start you early with studying for state board, learning about the practical, learning about the written. But I don't know if all schools are like that, but definitely start preparing early so you can get your license like within a month after graduating and then go right into your career.
Okay, cool. Also, as far as your salon goes, once you get your license, are you gonna be apprenticing still, or are you gonna go on the floor, or are you gonna do a hybrid? What is your current like path at your current spot look like?
So I'll be getting my license hopefully shortly after graduation. Then while I'm licensed, I'll spend that year still apprenticing. And then after that, I'll go on to be my own stylist. I just think it's super helpful to, watch someone who's been working in the industry for years do their thing and kind of learn from them.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, next, I think that's a great place to kind of wrap it up. And I want to hear something that salon owners and a lot of other stylists want to understand is what goals and aspirations that you and your fellow rising stylists have. So we're going to hear all about, what your vision of the future is as it pertains to the industry, as well as yourself and some of your own personal goals. So for now, I want to say thank